OPPO has positioned the Reno series as a true creator's companion. So I was intrigued when I was given the opportunity to review the brand's latest smartphone, the OPPO Reno 8T 5G. As someone who enjoys social media and creating content for the masses, I was eager to try out all of the phone's features. After using the phone for more than a week, I can say that OPPO's new offering has something for everyone, not just content creators. You can watch your favorite OTT shows and films, use some of the phone's lesser-known features creatively, play games, multitask, take photos, and much more. When I first saw and held the OPPO Reno 8T 5G, I was impressed by its design, which has the look and feel of a higher-end premium phone. The phone weighs only 171 grams and is 7.7 mm thin, making it extremely light and portable. The curved edges give it a classy appearance, and the delicate punch-hole notch and slim bezel ensure a seamless viewing experience. The micro-curved design, on the other hand, is a double-edged sword. Although it gives the phone a unique appearance, it also makes it vulnerable to damage. To keep the phone safe, use it with the translucent cover that OPPO includes with it in the box. At the very least. If you don't like the bundled case, a third-party case will help the Reno 8T. I believe the case will also improve users' grip on the phone. It has smooth edges, which could explain why it slips out of your hand when you're not paying attention. The phone's back shows off its slightly raised camera module, which houses the much-touted 108-megapixel primary camera and other camera sensors. The camera module is surrounded by a glowing strip that complements the surface color. According to OPPO, the phone's back is made up of millions of pyramid-shaped crystals that have been etched at the microscopic level. OPPO claims that the surface is also fingerprint-proof. This statement has held true in my brief usage of the phone, as I've been using it without the cover every now and then and haven't seen any fingerprints or smudges on the phone so far. You will be able to choose between two colors, sunrise gold and midnight black. The phone has a 10-bit color depth and can display 1.07 billion colors. The display appears to be quite vibrant from the outside. From the phone settings, you can choose between two modes, vivid and natural, and stick with the one you prefer. I prefer the natural mode and was very pleased with it. In terms of specifications, the phone has a 6.7-inch micro-curved AMOLED screen with a refresh rate of 120 Hz. It is protected by Dragon Trail Star 2. I didn't notice any scratches on the phone during my use. The phone also has the option of enabling eye comfort mode, which makes it ideal for use at night. One of the best features of the phone's display is that it allows you to see what's going on the screen clearly even in direct sunlight. At 2 p.m., when the sun was at its brightest, I didn't have to squint my eyes to see what was happening on the screen. I only had to increase the brightness of the phone to see the screen clearly. The experience of watching movies and OTT shows on the phone is enhanced by its impressive speakers. OPPO made lofty claims about the Reno 8T providing an immersive audio-visual experience with its speakers, which feature real original sound technology and provide surround sound for playing all types of media. While I can't say much about the surround sound experience, the phone does have one of the best stereo speakers I've seen in smartphones in this price range. It produces audio that is crisp, loud, and accurate. The best feature of the speakers is the ultra volume mode, which allows you to boost the sound levels to an impressive 200. Even at 200 decibels, the quality was never compromised. The audio was crystal clear and loud enough. However, one minor complaint I had with the phone was that the sound would occasionally spill over while receiving calls. As a result, it's best to keep the volume low before answering any personal calls. The cameras are one of the phone's main selling points, as with a 108-megapixel portrait camera in focus, you can expect spectacular results. I was not disappointed when I tested the phone's camera in bright light. The phone is capable of taking stunning photographs with little effort on the photographer's part. The Extra HD mode produces good results by infusing your images with vibrant color and details. There is also a Pro mode that allows you to change the ISO, shutter speed, and other settings. If used correctly, the bokeh effect can also help you capture some stunning images. The results of taking selfies were incredible. I believe most users will like the 32-megapixel selfie camera, especially if they like to beautify and enhance their photos. The front camera portrait mode produced excellent results as well. However, the phone's camera isn't particularly good in low-light situations. I took some photos at night using the night mode, and while the results were not as good as they were during the day, they were still pretty good. A special mention should be made of the double view video recording feature, which allows you to record yourself as well as others at the same time. There are also a 2-megapixel depth sensing camera, and a 2-megapixel micro-lens camera with magnification level of 40x. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 5G powers the Reno 8T, which has 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage that can be expanded up to 1 TB via the microSD card slot. ColorOS 13 is installed on the phone. I opened about 15 different apps on the phone and was able to switch between them with ease. I didn't notice any lagging or hanging up during my brief time with the phone, and the applications launched quickly without making me wait. The bloatware, on the other hand, was a disappointment, and I wish the phone could have been free of it. The phone also has 5G connectivity, Face ID, and a fingerprint sensor. I had no problems with the Face ID or fingerprint sensor, and they both worked flawlessly. The Reno 8T has a 4,800 mAh battery that can charge the phone in record time. I charged the phone using the included charger, and it went from 0 to 100 in about 30 minutes. With medium usage, the battery lasted for more than 36 hours. During this time, however, I did not play any games or watch any OTT content on my phone. I only used it to browse social media and take a few phone calls. I played Call of Duty Mobile on the phone for over 3 hours and, to my surprise, it didn't get hot. It did get a little warm, but I was playing on the highest graphics settings, so that was to be expected. After 3 hours of continuous gaming, however, the phone's battery dropped from a perfect 100 to 56%. The game did not lag once and ran smoothly even on the highest possible graphics setting. During the Battle Royale mode, the Ultra Volume mode came in handy because I could hear the enemy's footsteps and take them out. Because of its immersive display and sound, the phone truly immerses you in the game. As a result, I'll give OPPO some brownie points from the perspective of a gamer. Software is easily one of the strongest selling points of this phone. I happen to be one of those hardcore stock Android stans who aren't particularly fond of any other skins on the market due to their over-the-top designs. I also hadn't used ColorOS in a while, so when I booted for the first time into its Android 13 version, I was blown away by how well it's put together now. The skin manages to be both minimalistic and highly customizable at the same time somehow. Whether it's system colors, quick settings, icons, launcher, fingerprint animation, AOD, every bit of the software can be personalized. So stock Android lovers, if you want to try something new for a change, ColorOS is definitely the way to go. The OPPO Reno 8T is built for someone who isn't a power smartphone user. Its main selling points are its excellent lightweight design and the flagship-level curved display. Add to that a clean software experience, which makes everyday usage an absolute delight. The camera module misses out on the now crucial ultra-wide lens but is otherwise okay for the price. But if you game a lot on your phone, then the Snapdragon 695 will fall short. You won't see many phones with this particular chip around $350.